Well, hello beautiful people, welcome to my channel. My name is Teresa and I am your cruise director on this magical mystery tour. Today we are creating this look. This is all W7, so we are talking super cheap, super affordable. I have thoughts on some of it. Also, did not get the exact shade match. So please, first up, before we get into it, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, ring the notification bell to be alerted to any new uploads, and if you like this video at the end, please give it a big thumbs up. So let's get to it. Okay, so as I said in the intro, we are doing a full face of a W7. We've got a lot, super affordable. We're going to play in it. As you can see, look at this howler that I have got coming up here. Looks much worse in person than it does on that screen right now. Okay, so what we are going to do is, as you saw from how the look came out, we are going to use the My Atlantis palette, which is a dupe for the Huda Beauty Rose Quartz. Let me just peel that off. As you can see, they look pretty identical, yeah? Do I think that the payoff is going to be the same? I probably don't. And look, truth be told, I probably should do half and half, but we're not actually going to compare it as a dupe as opposed to will this make a beautiful look. So to start off with, we are going in with, there's a few W7 products I really like that we will get to after, but we are going in with its Glow Prime. Look at this. This is a pretty new one. And the pump is not working, I don't think. Oh, hold on. No, just took a bit to come out. So it's quite a thin consistency. It's not as thick as some of the ones on the market, like it's not as thick as Elf Halo Glow and those ones that are in the bottle with the doe foot. Just gives a nice glow to it. Actually, this is one that you could really leave the house with just using this on if you didn't want to wear any foundation, because it's got a little bit of colour to it and glow to it, but not too much. You see what I mean? It's quite nice. I mean, except for that bloody planet on my chin. Yeah, I really quite like that. I have used this before. It's been some time since I've used it. Yeah, I do really like that. If you hear jelly barking in the background, in the room next to us, we have, it's just a spare bedroom. It's one of my stepson's rooms that we don't see him too often. And the cat and the dog are in there being idiots. So now we have it's Glow Time, the matching foundation for that. This is a luminescent, hydrating, luminous. Let's have a look. Neither of those. This is it's Glow Time Radiant Foundation. Just give it a shake up. All colours and everything of what I use will be listed in the description box below. Going in with a brush. This is the shade. It's quite golden, as you can see. This was fine during summer. I have fared up a bit over the last 12 months. So can we make this work? She's quite yellow. She's very yellow. Probably should have put some lightning drops in this, but look, let's just make it look like I've got a bit of a healthy tan, shall we? Oh, Okay, just going over this with a sponge to take some of the product off. So as you know, the difference between a brush and a sponge, the thinner a product, if you've got quite a thin product, you're better off using a brush because a sponge generally soaks up a lot of product. If it is thicker, you're better off using a sponge because a brush will leave brush marks. But this is sort of in between in any case, and also I needed to make this work because there was too much product going on my face and this colour does not match me. I have lightning drops, so I could have put that in, should have put that in, but we're making it work now. Look, all good. It's a light to medium coverage. Like I can still see, I mean, nothing's covering that at this moment. I can still see all my freckles through it. It's just taken away any redness. Of course it has because it's gold. But yeah, I can still see all my features through it. It's okay. It's not, I mean, it's the wrong colour. It's the wrong colour, so it may have been different had I've got the right colour. It's definitely the wrong colour. This shade is Almond Glow. In no world of mine, almond tone. And I must think the only reason I got this particular shade is because they mustn't have had any lighter ones at that time. Okay, so now we have Oh So Sensitive Concealer. This is more my colour. And this is where we're going to, see, even that's coming out. Oh, no, that'll work. We just stamp that on over there and let that sit because that's shocking. Okay. If you have watched me before, you'll know that this is probably a bit more concealer than I normally put on. What does that tell you? So Oh So Sensitive, this is for sensitive skin. I've got more of a peachy tone. I'm not mad at that. I'm sort of leaning towards more peachy tones at the moment that will sort of colour correct and not brighten too much under the eyes. What it does instead is colour correct, I just said that. Evens out everything for me. Right, I can't find my concealer brush that I wanted to use. That's okay. We'll just keep using this sponge. That's blending out quite nicely, just lightening up a little bit where I need it to. And I'm still just leaving that there for now. That's not a super heavy coverage. It's, look, it's okay. And just tapping that off. I don't think anything's going to save that in this. Right, we have an under eye powder now. This is the Bright Eyes under eye powder. I love this. This is not my first one. I have had of these. Whilst the foundation and concealer I'm a bit on at the moment, this powder I am good with. So it has got a little switchy, which is good, so you can lock it. And it is a translucent brightening powder. Tap that off on the back of the hand or into the cap. I really like this powder. It's $4.99. Stupid pricing. Crazy. Crazy. So obviously I'm just using this in all the T-zone at the moment to lock that down. Now to set the rest of our face, we are going in with a got a golden? Got a glow. Got a glow. It is a translucent luminous setting powder. She's gold, like she's got some shine to this. I want to say it's trying to be a knockoff of Laura Mercier, the setting powder. And it probably is. This one is not bad either, but it is going to make you glowy. Tap that off. As you can see straight away, here's this side. Go over to here, we're looking at glowy. It's a true, have a look here, it is a true golden glow. So if you don't want too much luminescence to it, you have to have a really light hand, but you are going to be left with a gold cast with this. It can look beautiful, but it can look too much. Still having issues with that there. I'm golden, 100% golden. I don't have, at this point I like to spray down and melt everything in, which I'm about to do. I don't have one of their setting sprays at the moment. I have had, so they have one that looks like it's in a blue liquid and then one that looks like it's in a goldy coloured liquid. They are sort of shimmering setting sprays. One has a very much, if you look at the bottom here, you can see how this has got this here. So they have one that has the silver base, one that has the gold base. They're, again, super cheap, under $7, maybe under $5. They're actually quite good. If you like something with a bit of glow to it, they're really good. They've also got a smaller straight setting spray, but as I said, I don't have any here at the moment, so I'm just going to set my face and I'll be right back. Okay, so I have set my face with setting spray and I have prepped my lids with my usual matte paint pot in soft ochre. As always, I like to use that. Just to be fair on the eyeshadows that I use, that is my holy grail, and I know that that works really, really well. So if I use their eye primer, I'm probably doing it a disservice. There's only a few brands that I will use their eye primer during for that exact reason. So let's start now with, I have got a contour stick in the shade Fair. So this has, you've got your contour that side. I think this is meant to be a highlighter. Let's, wow. I don't know if that's meant to be a brightener. I don't think it's a highlighter, to be quite honest. I just put my glasses on and had a look and it says that's a highlighter, but let's give it a good swatch. You see that? Like, you can barely see it on my hand because it's right there. It might be a brightener, but I don't think it's a highlighter. Oh, is this shade red? Look at that. It's got a bit of redness to it. This one's going to be interesting. I haven't used this before. So let's see how we go with this. This is a red based. As you can see, it's almost looking burgundy. Let's see how we go, shall we? Okay, will it blend out? Okay, so that's blended okay. Go down here. Is it just me or is that blending away to nothing? See what I mean? Where's it gone? Okay. This blends out. I mean, look, that's just blended out really easy. I'm just waiting to see if I've been left with anything behind at all. Ah, yeah, just. That being said, I did pick up the shade Fair. I probably could have picked up if there was a light. I don't know if there was a light. It was probably just Fair, Medium and Deep. And as long as there's a true Fair, Medium and Deep, I'm not going to complain because everything is designed for my skin shade in any case, 9 times out of 10. Yeah, you can see it, can't you? Yep, that's actually quite nice now. I was a bit unsure. Now this brightener, I really don't know. It says it's a highlight. I don't actually think it's a highlight. Let me just... I don't like that side at all. And I put it here because it wasn't going to highlight up here. It's a brightener, it's not a highlighter. This is definitely a contour, not a bronzer. I don't mind it now that I've blended that in. That's ended up much better than I thought it was going to. Now we've got the Bronze Icon Bronzing Powder. What's this a dupe for? It's meant to be quite clearly Charlotte Tilbury powder. And I'm using their Very Vegan brush here. I actually use this brush a fair bit. Ooh. Oh, she's got some pigment to it. And again, like the contour, she's quite a reddish, not orange, a reddish based pigment to it. And to be quite honest, I would prefer something that pulls a little bit red than orange. I can work with that. Yet I like orange blush. Is that weird? I love me an orange blush. So you can see how it's pulling red, but I've probably gone a bit hard around my hairline. But as far as here, I don't mind it. And we'll just go under here now. I'm not putting any extra on my brush. Actually, that's made my jaw look quite good, hasn't it? Isn't that funny? You start to put something on and you're not sure if you like it. Oh, fluff on my nose. You're not sure if you like it, and then as you start to look at it, be interesting once I've sprayed it down again. So for blush, I have 2 of their Blush Rebels, which are bloody nice and are dupes for NARS. Like this is clearly a dupe for Orgasm X. I think it's a bit too deep for Orgasm. I love this shade. This is Striptease, I think. I love it. I love it. I love it. I'm going to go in with the shade that is closest to Orgasm. Quite frankly, I think that's probably one that you're more interested in seeing. Let's tap it off. And build that up. It's got, have a look. I don't know if you can see it. It's got that gold shift to it that Orgasm does. And quite frankly, I have NARS Orgasm in a few different formats. I have the original blush, and then I have one of the NARS quad palettes that has Orgasm, Orgasm X, all of those sorts of blushes in it, and I reach for this more, to be quite honest. I mean, it's pretty, and it's probably a 20th of the price. This is one product that I don't think that you need to get the original on if you like this sort of shade. Now for highlighter, we've got two here. They've got the Glowcomotion Shimmer Highlighter, and it can be used as an eyeshadow as well. So we've got the gold and we've got the pink. These are really subtle. These are not a blinding highlighter. Just let me... It's a really subtle highlighter, which for aging skin, not going to lie, is probably a little bit better. So I'm going in with the pink one just because we're sort of leaning that way now. And to be quite honest, I don't need it because that gold setting powder is still really showing through there, though we've just changed it to pink with this. And same up here, it's really gripped where I would normally put highlighter in any case. It's glowy, it's not blinding though. Bearing in mind I have laid that over the gold, but it's quite nice. So for brows, let's go into brows now. Browsicles, it's a brow freeze gel. It is great. Do yourself a favour, grab this. This is probably pot number 6 or 7 that I have had. I think I might start with this and let it set down. So this is a brow mascara. And I don't want to go in too hard. Oh. This is actually not a bad brow mascara, let me tell you. I'm really hoping, I just pulled this out of my drawer, I already had it. I probably should have checked if it was still available, because this is one product I don't know if it's still available, and if it's not, it's a shame. And if you are looking closely, you can probably see I need to pluck my brows again. And I need to colour my hair again because I've been taking collagen, internal collagen, for a while now. I've just changed what I've been using brand-wise in the last few weeks, and let me tell you, it's going off. Other than this thing which is caused by stress at the moment, we've got a fair bit of stress happening here. It's doing amazing things for my skin and my hair, and but just while I'm going to use a clear spoolie into this. I'm trying to work out the best way, because I need to look. Here's the best way. Do that. Bend your spoolie, which I'm regretting not doing now. Okay, now that I've bent it, I can get in there a bit better. Okay, and let's just brush these up. So we've had a bit of chaos happening here over the last few weeks. My poor husband, who, I don't know if you can see over my shoulder, because you shouldn't be able to, because if you can, I'm cutting him out of the image, has herniated his back quite badly and has an extremely pinched sciatica, and has been off work the last few weeks and is in agony. And we had to call an ambulance the other night, and it was a 5-hour wait for the ambulance to get here, and he was stuck in the same position for those 5 hours. And it's not the ambulance's fault, and it's not the triple O people's fault. It's just our healthcare system is not great at the moment. He was stuck in the same position for 5 hours. His elbow that he had all of his weight on, the pressure on that is, I mean, he's taken all the skin off. So that happened Wednesday night. So had no sleep Wednesday night. I had an MRI myself because I have back issues Thursday morning. And if you've been in an MRI machine, you know how noisy they are. And I was that exhausted, I fell asleep during my MRI. Okay, you can see this is pushing up my brows really well, and you can have extremely flat laminated brows. I'm going for a bit neater, still bushy, but not quite so intense at the moment. So yes, so he was in hospital until late afternoon on Thursday. I'd gone and had my MRI then Thursday morning. Then Friday he had a CT scan, which is yesterday, and he doesn't have his follow-up appointment until next week. And the poor man is in agony, has been, you've all seen him over my shoulder playing his handheld game in the past. That's where he's been sleeping for the last couple of weeks for at least part of the night to try and take some of the pressure off his back. It's not fun, the poor bugger, but it's been hectic. So we've had that happening with him. My stepson has sport 4 nights a week. I've been so busy at work, busier than I have been in a long time, and so it's crazy. But I don't even know what the point of my conversation was then. Who knows? That's how tired I am. Let's see. I love the Huda palette of this. I love it. It's such a beautiful, beautiful palette. I do not believe that this will be the same quality. I just don't. I'm not going to do a side-by-side comparison as in one eye with one eye. What I will do is swatch a few shades so we can have a look. And I'm just going to do a finger swatch. Oh, wait. Because I've got a purple. And look at that. Let's... Hold on that. Can you see? Yeah, look, you can see the difference. This one is just not quite the payoff as this. But that's okay. Not everyone has the budget to do that, nor do they need it. If you don't know, then it may not, like if you don't know what it's like, then you may be really happy with the payoff that you get with it. So going into this baby pink here to start with. And I don't feel like I'm getting a lot of payoff with that, but let's see if we can build this up. Because sometimes, even though it's not quite the same quality, like if it's within your budget, you can make it work for you. And it's not going to be the exact shade, like W7 generally aren't the exact shade, but it's a similar shade. You just have to work a bit harder. And as you can see, I'm going in with this a fair bit, but we are getting the colour there. So yes, anyway, it has been absolute chaos here. I wish I could take the pain away from him. He doesn't get to see his doctor until Friday, which is just feels like it's about 2 months away. Seeing your loved one in pain is not great. Going into this shade here now. It's never good when you just feel helpless and wish you could do something for them. Tucking this into my crease. And is it frustrating for him? Yes. This is a man that hadn't been to the doctor in 12 years. He doesn't, when he gets sick, he goes, I'm feeling sick. I'm going to go to bed. Put myself to bed for 24 hours, wakes up the next day, right as rain. First time we got COVID, he was awful the first day and put himself to bed for 24 hours, got up the next day, was mowing the lawn. So to give you an idea, he's very active at work as well. So for him to be stuck in this chair, I think might be sending him a little bit loopy. What it does mean, I'm hoping to keep up the schedule with videos. It's intense at the moment because obviously I'm picking up what he's not able to do at the moment, and that means going 4 nights a week, going and picking up my stepson after football training and taking him home to either here or his mother's. And then, for example, Monday night at work, I've got a really busy day. I'm probably doing a good 13 hours. I'm hosting clients on site that night for dinner after having them there during the day. So I'll fall in a heap soon. Rightio, what do I want to do now? I'm quite liking how that's looking. And look, to be honest, it's not quite as intense as the Huda shades, but it's there. Like it's pretty. And if I didn't have that to compare it to, would I be mad at this? Probably not. Okay, so seeing as I'm keeping it sort of pink and this sort of rosy, I'm going to go into this shade here. And I've got a flat brush at the moment, just because I want to lay it down on the outer corner before blending it out. And if you're hearing my washing machine in the background, sorry, not sorry. It's a case of having to multitask. This weekend, trying to film 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, at least 5 videos this weekend, start the editing process. I've got an article due for Mamamia this week. I've got to prep for 2 site visits for work. Yeah, let's see how I'm going in a week's time. If I can film everything I need to this weekend, it just means I'll actually get to relax next weekend, which I desperately need to, I think. That's really pretty. It's starting to come together. I quite like that. I quite like that. Let's have a look at shimmers. Like, oh, well, I'm tempted to go into that. So using my finger, I am going into, oh, hold on, what's this? No, too dark. I'm going to go into this shimmer here. She's pretty. And I'm going across the whole lid. I was just going to do the outer, but I'll go across the whole lid with this, I think. And what I'll do is I'll go back in to the outer corner and sort of matte that up a bit more again. Yeah, oh. With this palette, they've even done that weird Petri dish shade. Okay, going back into this matte again and just tucking that back on the outer corner. Actually, you know what? I'm going to go in with the darkest one next to that, just slightly. Yep, that's what it needed. And then just grabbing the brush that I used before, just going over that. You can see we're just blending. See how that's sort of got a defined line there? Just blend it into it. And you get that airbrush look. Again, that's sort of one of the things that you just do that to elevate a bit. Okay, going back in with the first brush we used and that baby pink again. I just want to bring that back a bit, because as we blend out into it, it starts to disappear. That's better. I've got this gloss that is in the Huda palette. This one here, and you can see, oh, the Huda one's much firmer. I've just gouged into that. That's super, super soft. This one is much, much firmer. And I expected to have the firmness of the Huda, but like, look at that. That's just moving all around. Ugh. Let's go into this darker shade first. And just sort of on that outer third, because it's quite dark. Clean off that brush. Go in with the next lighter shade. The next darkest, the one next to it. You can see that's not as dark. I think I can hear Phil snoring. I'm sort of hoping, because the pain's not good. The more he sleeps, the better for now for him. Okay, now to smoke it out, going back in with this shade here, and we're just going to blend out along our lash line with this to blend those shades out. There's a bit of kick up with that, so just be aware. It's quite, I feel like I'm inhaling powder. Yeah, he's snoring. Poor bugger. Okay. That's come out quite nice. I'm going to add to the inner corner. I just need to, I want to lighten up just in here. So we're going in with this, because it's really the only one that's super light there. Let's see how we go. And that's what we're looking at for now. Okay, so I'm going to do one final spray of setting spray to set everything down, melt everything in. And I'll be right back and we'll do lip liner, lipstick and mascara and see how we go. Okay, so I want to say, I've got a few different lip products, but I've grabbed these because I think these came as part of a lip pack altogether. So it was a lip liner, a lipstick and a lip gloss. Now, clearly, make no bars about it, who they're trying to dupe. You know, a lot of people say Charlotte Tilbury's products are not worth it, right? They say they're not worth it. But every man and their dog is duping them. Here's the thing. Some of them are blatant dupes, like these, and I'm looking at you, MCO Beauty. Some of them, Elf Halo Glow. Everyone's trying to do that glow product, Hollywood Flawless Filter. 9 times out of 10, they're not as good. But again, if you are on a budget and you haven't used them, you're not going to know. If you don't mind reapplying products, that's not a problem. So going in with this lip liner, this is quite scratchy. I haven't used this before. This is really, it's a pencil one, so it makes sense that it's a lot firmer. But I mean, this is what this actually feels like, a pencil. It's not creamy at all. I mean, if it doesn't bother you, that's not a problem. But, and I quite like the colour, but I am having to really use pressure and drag it. Just as an FYI. Whereas I don't have to do that with the Charlotte Tilbury. I don't have to do that with the Kylie Beauty, and I don't have to do that with Home Beauty. They are certainly not as firm. But again, really nice shade. Going in with this lipstick now. Can't read the colour because I'm blind. Everything is going to be listed in the description box. Now this, on the other hand, is super creamy. Super creamy. That's a gorgeous shade. I wasn't sure which one came in the kit because there's this one and this is a matte one, but I want to say I got the matte one with that. That's, I don't know. That's a beautiful shade. Beautiful shade. And now in with the gloss, and quite frankly I don't even think it needs a gloss. Same shade. But to be quite honest, you could use one or the other. Now down to this, I haven't used this before. I want to say they're trying to be, is it Benefit Roller Lash? Is what it looks like it's probably trying to dupe. This will be interesting. I'm really fussy with my mascara. 9 times out of 10 I don't like mascara on first application. Let's see how we go. And I'm probably going to speed you up through this. Look, that's the brush for it. I do think that it's trying to be, can you see, it's slightly curved. I do think it's trying to be like definitely the Benefit one. I don't, like I said, I don't normally like mascaras on first use. I like this one. It's better than any of the other cheap brands that I've used at the moment. OXX, I mean, that their mascara's trash. DB Cosmetics, don't like any of their mascaras either. But this one, I'd use it. This is a finished look. What do we think? Do I think this is as good as Huda? I don't. Do I think this is good if I take Huda out of it, that it's trying to dupe? If I take that out of it and just rate this on its own, I mean, look at the look. She's really pretty. And she's $10. Huda's what? 110 now? 101? So it's a tenth of the price. You have to work a bit harder, and they're not exact shades, but as an eyeshadow on its own, not comparing it to anything, she has created a really pretty look. What do I like in these products? That mascara straight away. Absolute banger. Love it. I love this shade of lipstick. Not 100% on the lip liner. That was really harsh. Blushes, love their blushes. Love their Bright Eyes powder. I love the wax. The Browsicles. It's a dupe for Anastasia. Again, it's $4.99. Not super, I mean, my whole face looks gorgeous. It's a really pretty look. I think we've gotten away with that off-colour foundation. I'd probably feel more favourable towards foundation if I got the right shade, to be quite honest. I went in too hard with the glowy Luminous setting powder. I should have rethought that. Go in with a normal matte powder, like a normal translucent powder, and then use this as I would probably as I would the Hourglass, to add a bit of luminescence in different areas. But she's a pretty look. I'm not mad at it. What do you think? You know, tell me your thoughts. I do like how that eye looks come out. That's really nice. Yeah, I am really happy with the face. I'm blown away by that mascara. I'm really shocked. It's given me a little bit of length, a little bit of volume, really natural looking lashes, no clumpiness. Really like that. And I never, ever, no, 95% of the time I don't like a mascara when I use it the first time. We're there. That's it, my friends. Don't forget to tell your mum, tell your sister, tell your friends to come along and subscribe to the channel. Ring the notification bell to be alerted. Let me know what you think. Let me know any brands that you would be interested in. Tell me where you're from. Tell me a bit about yourself. Until next time, bye.